CTER is a master's program that is focused on curriculum, technology, and education reform. It is part of the Educational Psychology Department at the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana. Here, you can access the main CTER portal and get some general information about the program. Dr. Do Kim is the project coordinator for CTER. He will serve as your advisor as you progress through the program. The orientation is all online, delivered through Moodle, and occurs over a 2-week period before your first class. If you are new to the university, you will get your email and file storage set up, and you will participate in activities designed to familiarize you with the tools you will use throughout your degree program. Be sure to keep a record of the 1,000 usernames and passwords you'll acquire. You'll learn about e-portfolios, set up a wiki, learn basic HTML code, and perform video and audio recordings. It is important to have a healthy, functional, up-to-date computer, as many of the programs used in CTER may push your computer's abilities. Rest assured, however, that ample technical support is provided within the orientation and throughout the entire CTER program, both from your fellow students and from the excellent instructors you will get to know. This level showcases the 5 required classes you'll take. Each class area provides information about the professors, a link to the course informations page, and other helpful info such as a class syllabus or a link to a sample student work. In addition to these 5 classes, there is one face-to-face meeting that is required. It usually occurs in June as soon as school lets out. Students will meet with CTER staff and some of their professors. It is good to finally meet the classmates with whom you've been working. Next stop is the elective classes. It is required that students take 12 hours of electives, 3 classes. At least 2 of those must be 500 level education classes. You have these from which to choose. Additionally, there are a few approved non-CTER electives from the Math and Library Sciences Division. Just as on level 2, you can gain information about the professors, a link to the course information page, and other helpful info such as a class syllabus or a link to sample student work. At the conclusion of your CTER journey, you will have experienced 8 high-quality, meaningful courses. These courses are designed to give you the tools to be a successful educator who is thoughtful about how technology and instruction are combined to contribute to the success of our students. To help with applying the knowledge you've gained from the program, you'll have a repository of skills to draw from, as well as a strong alumni community. As a graduate of the program, you'll have access to a special forum in Moodle where you can connect and share with fellow CTER graduates. You will also have the relationships you developed with your classmates, all of which will help you get the most out of the degree you'll obtain in the CTER program. After completing the 8 classes, you will have reached the end of your CTER journey.
My name is Allison Mahoney. I was a part of the brainstorming to determine our topic at the beginning of the project, and then deciding what form our building should take. I ended up taking on a coordinator role. Here is the big board I created to keep all of our tasks straight. Mark and I collaborated on the design of the prims that would hold the scripts and information about the classes. Karen and I did some terraforming one night and built the pond and creek out back. I was responsible for collecting information for 2 classes, Technology and Education Reform, and Information Technology Ethics, as well as the introduction section. Joel created an awesome Moodle for us, and I was a regular contributor in the forums. Finally, I collected everyone's contributions and edited this video.
This is Joel Haynes. Karen and I worked hard to create a structure that was attractive, interesting, and functional. It is a large cylinder built from individual pieces linked together, then replicated floor to floor. The roof is a collection of hemispheres, providing a symbolic cap to the program. Along with the main structure, I built the elevator that transports the visitor between floors. It uses an adapted elevator script, which listens on channel 42 for commands from the buttons to travel between floors. On the first floor, I worked on the orientation section. This included materials from the Moodle course for our orientation, as well as a listing of software required. On the top floor, I created the concluding materials. This includes a video wall that displays a previously created CTER graduate video, as well as a note card with information from student reviews posted on the CTER website. To complete the experience, the visitor can click on the cap and gown object to receive a cap and gown designed specifically for the CTER graduate.
Hi, my name's Mark Reichert, and I'm going to show you how you can add a link to a prim. That was one of the things I contributed in this project. These little blue hemispheres will take you to each class page. Now the really slick part is in this content tab. From here we added the links to each and every class. This is going to take you to the home CTER page. Right click to touch and go to page. And here we have the CTER homepage. Looks nice. We were working on the CTER professor and came up with this theme. Allison did. Select the texture tab and get into textures, and let's see, where is that handsome Mr. Hirsch? Now I'm going to go ahead and give him a spin, and as you can see, he's on front and back.
My name is Kevin Henriksen, and this is some of what I did as part of the CTER A+ Productions Group project. Luckily, I had a great team who did a lot to make it easier for me. I was responsible for 2 classes, both taught by Dr. Catherine Ryan. The next move was to find links to those 2 courses. After getting the links to course descriptions and examples of student work, I took the prims that had already been created by team members so they would be uniform, and replaced the links that were there with my own. I also took picture frames that had other pictures in them and replaced them with the picture of Dr. Ryan that had uploaded to the MV. I had a little problem and had to reposition the frame on the wall. That took a little while longer than it probably should have. I was then responsible for the voiceover of the movie and the music background, which I am planning on putting together with my synthesizer and possibly guitar. That is not done as of yet, but I'm ready.
Hello, my name is Grace D'Angelo, and I was responsible for landscaping of our land and gathering course information on 2 of our courses. Both of these courses are instructed by Tony. For course 457XM, Computer Use in Education, this course is one of 8 required courses. It's focused on innovative technology uses in education. The other course, 590NET, Networks for Learning, students will read and discuss foundational literature and engage in hand-on activity using modern networking tools, including blogs, web feeds, wikis, just to name a few. Take a look around and look at the land. Thank you.
Along with Joel, I was in charge of the building. Joel and I met to plan the round building that our group had wanted to build. Since it was so large, we had to come up with a model template of sorts to facilitate building the round walls at the right angles, and so I suggested a starburst, which we did, and we laid it out on the ground. I have a picture of that. Joel designed the wall panel. We used a flattened cylinder. I spent a day or so putting those pieces around one at a time to get the angles just right, and then we were able to link them to build the other stories. The floor went in a board at a time as well, because we had to modify it enough to make an elevator shaft, and if it was too big of a piece, I was afraid it'd be hard to get the shaft correct. After that was done, I also then was assigned a few classes to gather information on, and we put that all together to have what you see today.
Here is my MP3 for technology, used Audacity, that's a first for me, and I'm hoping that I can get this thing recorded and done on time. I'm loving CTER, but my avatar hasn't gone too far, just might be subpar, but please don't let my virtual self affect who you see.